the point is that what's the so-called selective perception of the politics of hypocrisy that's for the Israelis whenever that's speaking about the human being and the human rights, civil rights, and so on in Israel in comparison with the other Central Asia, and why getting so far? Even the butcher of Tehran, that's about the 30,000 under his judgments and his cooperation were hanged in Iran after the revolution 1979. The same thing, you see the hypocrisy, and you can see double standard from one side. They say Israel do massacre, Israel do genocide with the Palestinians and so on, and we see the Palestinian right there after the 1947 just getting a large and larger population over here. 55 years ago, 1967, 54 years ago, that's we conquered and returned Jerusalem to its Jewish homeland as the capital of Israel. There were just 50 or 60,000 Arabs in Jerusalem. Right now, there are more than 300,000. Which genocide we're speaking about? So whenever that's in comparison with the double standard of the nations and the United Nations on all the resolutions, they are against Israel because we have 56 Muslim countries and 22 Arab countries. So whatever that they want, so already with the support of the China and the Russia, they can get as a resolution against Israel. Even the Hague court about the massacre that they did for defending our nation that were bombarded by the strikes, that missiles that we have from the Jihad Islami and the Hamas from South Israel, as well Hezbollah from the north, that we had 150,000 missiles that they can throw against Israel. We are defending our nation, Israeli nation over here. And so what is it? Double standard that's speaking about? They are making their own nation, their own, the human shield, and we are, instead of defending their own population, they're using them as a human shield as much as possible. That's going to be killed. That's going to be great. 67 children were killed in the Gaza Strip during the 11 days war. As well, the 276, something like, they were killed. But over here in Israel, they were killed, 13 or 15. No one in the media, in the silent media, speaking about the all this coexistence that were questioned in Israel, in Akko, as well in other cities that Jews and Arabs are living together. That's Akko, Yafo, Haifa, as well. In these places, they got, the Arabs got out of their homes, and hundreds of cars were, were burned. 10 schools and synagogues were burned by these Arabs that, speaking about the coexistence. And right now they got $16 billion in the coalition with the Islamists and the Muslim Brotherhood in Israeli coalition with the far left, as well Bennett Abbas and Lapid, that he got to power 8 parties altogether to put away Netanyahu, a nationalist party that they got democratically got more than I think 2 million votes. That it means they are those right now in power got to just win with one difference got to the power. It means that it's not just the politics of hypocrisy and the politics of the identities. It's some like globalized media that making building narratives for those that were suppressed and oppressed, and those that they are superiors. And whose are superiors? Those are controlling. Those are they have the power. Who have the power? That whites. Those that are suppressed. Who there are? BLM, Black Lives Matters, Antifa. No one's speaking about the billions, millions of dollars that were hurt and they were damaged that we had during these fraud elections in the United States in the 2020. It means that it's some like silence of the media. It's not just for the Taliban. It's not just for ISIS that are barbarians coming out of their caves to want to get to the power with the permission of the globalists as well, liberal Democrats. It's also happening in the social media that's blocking not only Trump, blocking all those who want to say the truth. Yes, we are living in the post-truth